Happy Friday, guys. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast, being brought to you by omahasteaks.com. I'm your host, Matt Perrault, with you every single morning. You guys can follow me on socials at Sports Talk Matt, and Omaha Steaks underway right now with their 50% off site-wide semi-annual sale. You get an extra $30 off with the promo code JUICE at omahasteaks.com right now. The world's best beef, naturally aged, ultimate tenderness, juiciness, and flavor. 5 generations of family-owned expertise means uncompromising quality you can trust. Every steak and every entree is flash frozen, vacuum sealed, and ready to eat or ready to grill when you want to eat. All of this being backed by their unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Promo code JUICE to get an extra $30 off the semi-annual sale going on right now. 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. All right, a lot of action, small profit, 0.3. I'll take it. It's better than losing money, but we didn't really win a lot of money there. The over bet was the killer for the football game in college. Never was an over. That was always going to be an under. Big win. And we told you about the 11-0 road record for Georgia State, ATS. That holds. Now 12-0. Mark on that. Georgia State on the road. Mark that little thing down. They're 12-0 ATS, their last 12 games on the road. So the next time Georgia State plays at home, may want to be betting on Georgia State to cover the spread. So loss there. Same game teaser comes in. That's good. And we get baseball right. That was good. We split on the props. Not great, but because we bet a plus 114 on Daniel Jones, it was a 0 loss because we got Deebo Samuel over 53.5 yards receiving. So to give you a little bit of an accounting as to where we are right now, in Major League Baseball, this is insane. I am 119 and 111. That is up. I'm up 8 games, 8 wins. I'm up over 500. But I'm down because of the juice. I'm down 0.59 units. Basically 0.6. Through the whole season. That is a grind. As I mentioned, though, if I get to the end of Major League Baseball and I haven't lost money, I don't care what the profit is. It's a monumental success if we get to the end of baseball and we're almost there without losing any money. So, got 1 baseball play today. I got 2 college football bets for us going. College football is now 17-11, so it's not bad there. We are 8-11 on the NFL. Not great. It's always that way. It's so frustrating. You're either winning a lot in college or losing a lot in college, or winning a lot in the NFL or losing a lot in the NFL. It is so hard to be good in both at the same time. It's a weird thing with betting. It's just, you see one better than the other for whatever reason, and then it flips. Then, we'll get to week whatever, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the NFL, and college will be super difficult, and we'll be cashing with the NFL. It's very interesting how that whole thing works out. But right now, we're up in college, down in the NFL, kind of a wash there, and we're literally a wash with props. We're 7-7 flat for prop betting here for us in the NFL to start the 2023 season. On this week, we are down 1 unit. Flat 1 unit. We've won 2.3. We've lost 3.3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously, we start to open up a little bit. Start betting more things. We got a lot coming up on Saturday. Another monster card. We're already in with Notre Dame +3 against Ohio State at home. Sprinkle money line. Okay, whenever we are talking about taking dogs, we're taking a sprinkle on the money line. Not a lot. Normally it's 10% of the overall bet. So if you bet $100, you're taking $10 and putting it on the money line just because, okay? Whatever your 1 unit, if it's a $10 bet, it's a $1 unit bet on, if your book will take it, on the money line. Here is a tweet from Chris Felica, the Bear, now at Fox Sports. This is the 8th time in the last 10 years Notre Dame has been a home underdog. The Fighting Irish have won 6 of the previous 7, including 2 wins over top 5 Clemson teams. This is the first time under Ryan Day Ohio State will play a regular season game with a spread of 6 points or fewer. Think about that. This is uncharted territory for Ohio State. Irish +3. Already met that. We bet that yesterday. In case you missed the podcast yesterday, that's a play for Saturday. What are the plays for tonight? Well, let's talk baseball. First and foremost, Orioles at Cleveland. Total is 8. Open at 7.5. Went to 8 very quickly. 1.1 units down. We're betting the over. Why? Well, it's Shane Bieber's first start for the Cleveland Guardians since the 9th of July. He's been hurt. Who knows what he'll look like? Okay? This Oriole team is not exactly an easy team to come back against. The Orioles are 44-29-5 to the over on the road. That is the 5th best record to an over in Major League Baseball. Cleveland is dead last at home to overs. I get the reason why the line is 8, okay? But there's a push potential there with 8 over 7.5. Dean Kramer's going for the Orioles. He's got a 3.51 earned run average on the road, 266 opposing batting average, but 9 straight games started by Dean Kramer have had 7 or more totals in them, okay? Total is 8, but if we get to 8, if we keep the streak alive, we'll at least push and maybe we'll wind up winning this, okay? I'm just going to fade somebody who hasn't pitched in a long time, and the Orioles need this, okay? The Orioles are trying to win the American League East, and the Orioles have a chance to do it because the Rays have to play the Blue Jays for a 3-game series. Not easy because the Blue Jays need it. They're chasing the Orioles, not really the Orioles, but the Rays for that final wild card spot, okay? The wild card standings are really interesting in both leagues, but I think we have a chance to jump on this offense here. I like the Orioles to win the game as well. If you don't want to screw around with the total and just take and say, okay, we're going to go with a W and take the Orioles to win the game, I don't mind that. But Dean Kramer's not been great. That's a little bit of a fear factor I've got for him with the games he's pitched. Well, that's not true. That's a lie. Sorry. He's won 5 straight starts. That's not bad. You can bet that too. I'm just betting the over. The price on this is not exactly where I love it for this game, to be quite honest. So I think it's expensive. I'd rather just lay the -110 than come up with a line and say, okay, I want to lay 65, 75, whatever this line winds up closing at. Let's see where that line is at the moment. I believe there's a reason why I didn't like it, and I took the over instead. But now that I'm looking at this and I'm taping it, I want to see where the number is for this for the Orioles. The Orioles are they're -115. I don't mind that. You can take that. I'm still taking the over, but I don't mind that. You can take the Orioles to win the game. Again, I don't know what Shane Bieber's going to look like, to be quite honest. So that price is a little surprising, though. I mean, at 115, that's low. I'll just go ahead and bet the over, and just maybe we get into a mash fest and it's a 5-4 game type of situation. One of the teams win, and rather just have offense than anything else. I've already bet it, so I'm going to run with it. Over 8. 1.1 units, over 8, Cleveland and the Orioles here, and just the bullpens and whatever else. Not getting who's going to win. Let's just get with offense here. Over 8, Orioles at Cleveland. Okay, bet number 2. Let's go to college football. Air Force. Man, I like Air Force. We faded them against Utah State last week, and I watched the game, and I was like, this Air Force team can maul people. I really like what Air Force looks like on offense and on defense. So Air Force is a team that covered for the first time this season last week. Air Force is facing San Jose State, who got run over by Oregon State. If you remember, we took San Jose State up against Oregon State. We watched that game. They couldn't stop them. Oregon State ran the ball straight down their throat. This is a big problem. 4.8 yards per rush for the Air Force, for the Eagles, right? Air Force Eagles, right? They are top 50 in the country rush offense up against a rush defense that's giving up 5.8 yards per game. That's outside of the top 100 in college football. That is no bueno against an Air Force team that just wants to roll and run you down. And the other new thing for both Air Force, Army, and Navy this year, they throw. Right now, average pass play, yards per completion, number 1 in the country, Air Force, 14 yards per pass play. High Air Force defense because, well, they're never on the field because Air Force keeps track of the football. It's all ball control. The other team's offense never really gets it. They are 12th they've given up 12 points per game. That's and only 3.4 yards per play. 3.4 yards per play is number one in the country. They're always fresh. They're always running around. And this Air Force team is really difficult to deal with. I'm going to lay the 6 points here. Air Force -6 up against San Jose State. I think we see a win and a cover. This game might get out of hand. I mean, this could be a double-digit win easy. I know it's on the road here for Air Force, but I like Air Force a lot. I like the way this team looks a lot. I think they run the ball. They cover the 6 points. Air Force -6 for 1.1 units. And the third bet of the night, Boise is traveling to San Diego to take on San Diego State. It's the Mountain West Conference opener for both teams. Whoo, boy, this is going to be a fun one. Late night, 7:30 Pacific time start. Well, actually, Air Force and San Jose both are late night. Both of them are 10:30 Eastern time starts. So go to the bar, have fun, come home, watch your games. The San Diego State Aztecs catching 6.5 points, opened at 7, down to 6.5. At home, San Jose State is a difficult opponent at home, in particular when they play Boise. This is a cool stat. San Diego State. San Diego State is the only Group of 5 team with a winning record over Boise State with a minimum of 8 games played. Brady Hoke does a really good job of coaching these guys up. Couple of things to notice in this game that could lead to a victory outright for San Diego State. They are 48-3 under Brady Hoke when they win the turnover battle. 17 straight when they win the turnover battle. They had one before last week when they lost to Oregon State. They won the turnover battle, yet they lost the game to Oregon State. San Diego State is number 2 in the country in interceptions so far this year. They have 8 picks. That is not good for Boise, who typically wants to throw the football. You've got an opportunity to back a team with better special teams. This Jake Browning kid, the kicker and the punter, the Mountain West preseason special teams player of the year, 50-yard plus range, which is great. Taking a dog at home with a chance to kick 50-yard field goals is great for keeping a game close. He can boot it. He's already hit one this year from beyond 50. The kicker is a legit weapon, and a punter, too, for that matter. He can pin opposing offenses deep in their own ends. Love this hook for San Diego State to have this kid out there to really come in. Last year was a 35-22 loss for San Diego State at Boise, but they shut out Boise in the first half and then completely collapsed. They gave up 35 points in the second half, lost the game 35-22. They were up 22-0 at halftime, and they lost 35-22. Wow. Like, what is that? Okay. So just lack of execution, fell apart on the road, tough place to play in Idaho, but this is now at their place. They were picked second by most in the Mountain West. Some people have them third, some people have them fourth, but pretty much the San Diego State Aztecs were expected to be a very competitive team in the Mountain West Conference this season. That means you protect your home field. I like the home dog here. San Diego State +6.5. Total of these games, 46 and 45.5 for Air Force San Jose State and Boise San Diego State. Not much offense, but a good opportunity to take a running team like Air Force to just win by a touchdown and to take 6.5 for San Diego State at home up against Boise State. Okay, so 3 bets for us here on a Friday. 3.3 units in play here, heading towards the weekend. We already have a bet in for Saturday. We'll have a lot more coming on Saturday, 4 or 5 wagers coming on Friday. We're going over 8 Orioles and the Cleveland Guardians at 1.1 units. We're going Air Force -6 on the road at San Jose State for 1.1 units. And we're taking San Diego State at home, catching 6.5 up against Boise State. All right. I like where we are right now. I like the rhythm. I like what's going on. I like the Discord channel. Remember to get your picks in for our Daily Juice Splash Sports pick contest. 2 wrong is the most so far through 2 weeks. 12-2. That's the leaders. 7 of you, I believe, are at 12-2. Keep that rolling. We'll watch and see how you guys do. Who winds up winning the money? Right now, 7 people would split over $1,000. Not bad for a $50 investment, picking games straight up against the spread. So we'll watch that, get your picks in, enjoy it, have some fun. I'll talk to you in the Discord channel. BettingPros.com/chat is our Discord channel. Be a part of it. Come on in, watch games with us here on a Friday night. 3 bets going. If I add anything, I'll let you know. Probably not on a Friday, but big Saturday and Sunday to come. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on all socials at Sports Talk Matt each and every morning. The Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.